Welcome. How are each and every one of you? So happy to be here. So happy to be able to transmute this message to each and every one of you. My nose started running on the left side, which is the feminine side. Right before this started, that's always my guides giving me downloads. So you'll excuse me while I grab something real quick to take care of that. It's funny. I wasn't going to shoot any more videos, and those of you who don't know, I had lost my rescue dog Roger in May, and it really had a huge impact on me. It was like, I'm going to say something that may offend so many of you, but other than my grandmother, it was the biggest loss that I've ever experienced in my life. And I've lost a parent. I've lost loves. And it was the biggest loss I ever experienced in my life. And I had a good long look at my chart and also my journals. And I realized that I knew this was going to happen when it was going to happen. Just like I knew my dad was going to pass away before he passed away when I was little. And I knew when my last long-term relationship was over, I knew that I was not going to have Roger for very long. I hope I don't get teary-eyed. And last week I rescued another dog that was about to be euthanized. I named him Maverick. Frederick Maverick Phillip Cox is what I named him, but I'm calling him Maverick because he's an escape artist. And I did it in the name of Roger, and I'm going somewhere with this because the message I'm going to share with you today is a message that all of you need to take from, and I am going to do a reading. But it's a message of where the planets are right now and what we all need to be focusing on in our own different ways. And I know this is going to help each and every one of you. Before I get started, I have to share some spiritual gifts and offerings for all of you because this is the way I eat and this is the way I feed my fur children. So those of you who have not gotten the new book, Eat Right for Your Zodiac, it is going in Barnes & Noble and bookstores across the country. You'll be able to get these amazing recipes, everything from fresh pressed juices to desserts to main entrees. They're all vegan, tacos, pizzas, but they're all geared towards your zodiac sign. I have each of the 12 zodiac signs in the front of the book, and then there is a symbol, and your zodiac sign symbol will be under each recipe, talking about which recipe is good for you and why. Also, the health benefits of each recipe is in there. You can get it in ebook form now. Just look at these desserts. Just look at those. I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this book. It's my third vegan recipe book, but this one is based on the zodiac signs and astrology. You can get it right now by going to AndreaCox.com, clicking in my shop, and it's page down, you'll see it. You can also get it on the Detox Intuitive by going there, thedetoxintuitive.com, clicking on spiritual gifts and offerings, and page down, you'll see it right there. Eat Right for Your Zodiac. well worth the money. There's 144 pages of recipes, and I am working on another book as we speak that is a spiritual book. Also, the anointing oils, this is a bad example because mine are here and mine are almost empty, but you can get these on the Detox Intuitive. I have Come To Me oil, I have Abundance oil. The herbs are grown hydroponically in my home, and the crystals that are in there are for each type of oil blend there is. They come in glass bottles that are reusable, refillable, recyclable. I'm gonna put a little bit of my protection oil on right now, my wall of protection oil, before I get started. Also, all the jewelry you see me wear, you can get on the Detox Intuitive store on Etsy. And the jewelry is beautiful. Some of it's handmade, like the bracelets, and others are vintage pieces that I've prayed over, I've meditated over before I send them out to you, depending on the intention you want to put. I just had a woman buy a twin flame ring, and she met a partner and they've been together like a month now, and I thought that was really special. So let's get into this. So we are in a space right now where Saturn is in control. And I want to explain something about Saturn. Saturn is the planet that rules the sign of Capricorn. And Saturn gives and it takes away. Okay? So a lot of times when I do readings, I don't look at a person's sun sign, their moon sign, their rising sign right away. I look at their Saturn placement and their partner's main 3 signs, because it's an easy way to find out if someone's in a relationship that's from a past life, a relationship that could be karmic, etc. We are in a transitional state where Jupiter, right, has given, but Saturn's here to take away. And what does that mean? Where the planets are aligned right now, it means Saturn is in control. And there is no planet stronger than Saturn. If you know the tarot, you know that the sign of Capricorn is the devil card. And that does not mean they're evil, but you always notice that they're chained and bound to each other at the bottom, right? So it's about codependency. It's also about workaholism, right? Because Capricorns are workaholics, just like Virgo, the 2 most hardworking signs, you know, of all 12 of the zodiac signs. And just as Jupiter came in and gave over the past 5 years, Saturn is here to take away. So what you want to do is you want to go back 5 years ago and see what you were doing 5 years ago. What were you coming into contact with? Who were you trying to manipulate, get one over on, or steal from? And Saturn's gonna come and hand you your karma. I feel personally that I have a clean karmic slate. I went through my 9 years of karma. I watched my name be ruined on the internet, my beautiful name. I'm probably the most celibate living person that walks. As a woman in her 40s, I can count on one hand how many men I've been with intimately. And I literally watched an ex and his wife, who they're now getting a divorce, attempt to ruin my name on the internet. And I knew that karmic justice would be served, and it's being served. But at the time it was happening, I didn't even want to believe that someone was so sick and twisted, right, that they would find solace and peace in not only stealing my creativity and passing it off as their own and their client's own and partnering up with people and saying these ideas came from them, but to also try to tear me down and make it so I didn't have peace of mind within my money state and that money wasn't coming in for me. And thank God I had met a man who I was in a relationship with for 5 years, where I was, you know, really well taken care of. And it's a good thing and a bad thing, because that relationship made me kind of overlook what was going on at the time. But it was also a positive thing because of that man. I did not fall under, because these other people were tearing me down, tearing my business down, ruining my name, stealing my ideas, stealing my written work. So now, right, 5 years later, Saturn is here. Saturn is here to say, we see what you've done. You're not going to be able to progress here, here, or here, wherever that may be in your life. You may have stolen someone else's ideas and now your relationship's falling apart. You may have had an affair and now your money's messed up. Saturn works in mysterious ways, right? Now, whoever you took from, whether it was taking someone's mental peace, right, by causing confusion and chaos in their life, whether it was taking from someone creatively, whether it was taking from someone monetarily, right, these codependent shit show relationships, right, that we think are healthy and they're really not, whether it was taking from someone emotionally, right, verbal abuse, whatever, wherever. So sorry. Sorry about that. Wherever you were taking from, Saturn is here to collect. They're here to collect. So if the auditor comes knocking, if the divorce papers show up, if someone doesn't want you back, whatever, it's good to make restitution where you caused issues. And it's good to do it in an upright way. Now, what do I mean by that? Let me take a drink. Instead of just, say, sending people to patronize someone's business because you know you took from them for years and they deserve it, it's good to be an upfront person and admit what you've done. It's good to undo the wrong things you've done. Saturn might have a little bit more laxicity on you. There's been a lot of readers talking about this lately. One who I really adore, Your Angelic Karma, she talked about this the other day. It was probably the best reading I had heard. So whatever used car salesman type of deal you were running, Saturn is here to say that is no longer. It is a vital time to be doing things for the collective and not just ourselves. And what do I mean by that? Again, it's so difficult when you see through, and I mean clearly see through with like crystal clear vision, when people are being false and when they're being real, right? So what do I mean by that? You know, saying, oh, we're selling this week and 20% of the proceeds go to this, and or oh, we're creating this to help save the animals, and you know you can't even stand animal. You know, it's so hard for me because I see through people's lies, right? So 90% of the time I'm like, okay, full of shit, okay, that one's legit. I know for myself, a dream that I had when I was, from the time I was very young, to own a place where people and animals could come and heal. And I've done that on a very small scale for several years. I've run detox retreats. I've helped a lot of people go vegan, millions of people go vegan through my other YouTube channel, Andrea Cox TV, and my detox retreats. And I've always rescued dogs. I am working on a project that is going to bring that dream place into fruition. And nothing will stand in my way, even though I've met someone and, you know, things like that. Nothing will stand in my way. It is a dream I've had for a long time, and it is truly coming into fruition. For you, it may be something else. What's important here is to define. Interesting. My stone just came out of my necklace. And I put it back in. What's important here, is to recognize the dreams that are yours and not that someone else is trying to push you into because they saw that dream of someone else's and tried to make it their own because they liked the way it looked, right? Let me say that again. What's important here is to make sure that is truly your passion, your calling, your dream, and not a dream that someone else pushed you into because it looked so beautiful on someone else that they failed miserably with, that they were trying to take that person's dream and make it into your dream and create it with you because they were so bitter and angry towards that past person. That's important. I'm going to reiterate it again and change the wording so you grasp the concept if you don't. What's vitally important is that this is truly your dream, not a dream that someone around you, probably a masculine energy, pushed upon you because they had that vision previously with someone else, failed miserably in that situation, and decided that they would recreate that dream with you or anyone else that would take the bait because it looks so beautiful. The way someone else created something, the way someone else was creative, the way someone else made food, the way someone else dressed, the way someone else spoke. So they wanted to kind of make that the vision with you, right? Make sure it's actually your dream, right? So what's that mean? It means we are creating dreams not to just benefit ourselves, but to benefit the whole, to benefit others. We are not doing things just for the coin or the money. We're doing things to benefit others. We're doing things to help others. We're doing things to help others learn their manifesting abilities and that they too can co-create with the universe to create their dreams. What's also vitally important is if you are going to a 9-to-5 and you're just going through the motions and you are miserable, to design a plan to get yourself out of that, because some of you are working yourselves to the bone and it's time to stop. Okay, Journey by Moonlight, Believe in Magic came in reverse. So we have someone that has been looking in from a distance on someone else. For some of you, you were told to do this. You were told to watch someone else to learn. For others of you, you've been spying on someone else or someone has been looking at you from a distance. That is going to end. See this little fairy? She's protected. She's not hearing that person's song. She's protected by this little fairy guy down here. So no matter how big this person gets, these two are protecting one another from afar. So it was in reverse. So some of you have lost your belief in magic. You feel like going to this 9-to-5 job or whatever you're in, or that your dreams aren't manifesting quick enough like someone else's or something else. And that's because the goal is wrong. The goal is wrong. The goal was never yours to actually begin with. It's not your dream to manifest. It was someone else's dream that someone continually, this guy playing the flute, trying to play this person like a puppeteer by restraining their money, restraining their abilities. Maybe this can also be manipulation online, right? Someone could have been very technically inclined, messing with someone else's money online so they wouldn't prosper, just to get them to dance and perform so they could get more and more ideas. The reason this came in reverse is because the magic isn't there, but the magic is still there for this little fairy. She's never lost it, and this person is protecting her. Someone's highly protected. And it's what I always say, yeah, someone's abundant too, infinite abundance, and they're not bragging about it. They're not boastful about it. They don't have the latest, Bitcoin advertisement or what have you. Abundance is pouring into your life. There's that little fairy again, right in the middle of that. So you're going to see a rise up of people that have been suppressed and pushed down. And you're going to see a suppression and a push down of people who have been trying to extort, misuse, misguide their power onto others. And if you don't believe in this type of thing and you don't understand, if you don't believe in karma, say, and how karma works, karma never means that you cheat on someone, they cheat on you, or you take someone's money, your money gets taken. No, it doesn't work that way. It works in other ways. You could take someone's money, your relationship falls apart. You could ruin someone's relationship and your money falls apart. It works in different ways, right? You should be able to look around you, look at your past, look at the people in your life right now, and see who's risen above and who has stayed in a place or even are falling down more, right? Infinite abundance also means family, friends, and relationships too. It's not forcing a fake codependent relationship that you know you're miserable in, but you're just going to it for, you know, the looks of it. And it doesn't even look that good, right? Okay, first light, beginning a new cycle. What will this new cycle hold for you? Are you still going to be about building wealth for yourself and your own family, and attempting to cut others out, whether they be family members at a distance? You know, some of you are trying to get someone out of a will or something. You're using like power of attorney or power of control. That's going to backfire on you. Think karmically. Think karmically what you want in your future. Do you want this karma to come back and hit you in another way? Beginning a new cycle. Some of you are cutting people out of your life, friends, family members, jobs, lovers that just don't need to be there. It's codependent, it's mind screwery, right? Some of you have had someone come back recently because no one else was interested in them. Plain and simple. They went out into the world, they could have went after their past. I see the moon there. I see the stars there. So we have Aquarius energy, Pisces energy, Cancer energy. I see the leaf, so Taurus energy, green for growth. They could have went after their past didn't want them. They see that now. So now they're coming back to you trying to fix things. Or they could have went after anyone, right? They could have put themselves online or anything and no one wanted them. So now they're coming back your direction. First light, beginning a new cycle. Let's not let that enter. Fogged in. Go slow, take time. Some of you are entering new relationships. You've got new love on the horizon. You've got a new, I just heard life partner, could be a soulmate. And I love this boat. The number 12 is coming up, 7, 6, 5. So you're leaving 5 energy. You know, I'm counting the 5 piers in the background of that castle. You're leaving 5 energy, turmoil, conflict, and you're sailing away to more tempered waters. Now, there's always going to be problems, trials, and tribulations along your journey. But the beautiful thing is, it's a journey that's supported. This is a life partner. So when you first come together with them, it's not going to be all the excitement, that karmic energy, that like, oh my God, like that hot, passionate sex. There might be. It's going to be more tempered, more calm. Go slow and take your time, this card says. Some of you need to look at what you're doing online. I gotta tell you guys this. You know, the first thing a woman looks at when she meets a man is, who are they following on Instagram? Who are they following on Facebook? if a guy is following a bunch of TNA, no woman wants that. There was a person I was speaking to, this was a while ago, and boy, show me someone I haven't dated where they end up following like only like normal, and I don't even have to say anything. I just literally, it's the biggest turnoff to see a man who follows all those fake profiles of TNA women. They've researched this. 85% of those profiles are fake. The pictures are stolen from like Russia or what have you and made into profiles. And these men are sending these women money, buying in hook, line, and sinker. I've had my own pictures taken, and I'm in my 40s for God's sake. But it is really, you guys, men, you need to wise up. The grass isn't greener, it's astroturf. You need to look into these accounts that you're, liking, hearting, following, sending private messages to try to get to know them. Most of them aren't even real accounts. I had someone a few months ago that was like, oh, you need to marry me, and I don't know, I didn't even know him that well. And I decided to kind of look into him online, and he was just following like all those fake, and it's such a turnoff. If you're married, give that energy to your person. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? Some of you really have someone trying to get back in, offering you the sun, moon, and stars, money, and everything else, and you know they've been looking elsewhere. Nobody wanted them. Nobody wanted them. Again, nobody wanted them. Are you going to take that back, knowing you're not the first choice? The choice is yours. Begin now. Take your first step. This woman's saying goodbye to a man. A man's going on a journey. The woman's waving. She looks like she knows he's going to make a few mistakes. Let him go make those mistakes. Men learn from mistakes. So do women. Passion and pleasure. Savor your life. Some of you are going to go camping soon, or you're going to travel with someone. You're going to be very happy. Someone needs to let go of their insecurities, right? Their body insecurities. This could be a female. Someone doesn't feel they're at their best. This is a beautiful card of new beginnings. And someone has learned their lessons. I hear someone has been with a bona fide high priestess. Someone could have been in a relationship with a Pisces and learned a lot, because someone doesn't let anyone get away with anything. Others of you, and I feel like this is a feminine energy, you feel like you're in competition with someone, and you're not. You're not. No one wants your man. That's what I'm hearing. We have uncovering treasure, the dragon. So whoever you're feeling you're in competition with, they're focused on their money. They could be a dragon in Chinese. A dragon in the Chinese culture is someone who is extremely powerful. They walk in a room and they demand attention, and it's not from doing anything for it. They just get it. And you're showing up as ascending the mountain, keep going forward. So climbing this impossible mountain with someone who I feel like up until recently didn't give you the time of day because they were focused on this dragon. This dragon wasn't focused on them. Newsflash. Peel back the curtains. See the truth. Right? Someone's been trying to mold someone into something they're not, into this dragon that they've always had feelings for and have major regrets about. Take it as you will. I love this fogged in. Go slow, take time. So those of you who have met a life partner or someone that you can see yourself living with for the rest of your life, go slow. Take your time. This might be your life partner. Maybe you shouldn't sleep with them right away. Maybe you should temper the pace, right? Maybe someone's gone away and that's a good thing. Transformation. Valiant courage, and what's coming out? Overcome any obstacle, and this came out in reverse. Impasse. Reflect and redirect your energy. So there's a need to go within that is not happening. And that's what needs to happen. To really look at your own behaviors, right? Stop pointing the finger at someone else and saying, oh, they're so screwed up, they this, and that. Really? Well, that person walked away from you. Turn the mirror inward. Look at your own personal issues. Go back to your childhood and heal those core wounds. Sure, that person that walked away is, they probably have their own set of problems. A fresh new way of living emerges. Okay, so you are responsible for everything. If I don't go to the gym when I'm done filming this video after my last client call, I won't feel as good tomorrow as I could. I won't sleep as good tonight. We create our own karma within our health, within our wealth, within our family dynamic, everything, right? If you're in a family and you're trying to steal inheritance from people and you're trying to hide money and you've got, you're creating karma with that person. If you're hating on your partner's ex because they're more beautiful and more successful than you, you're creating karma with that person, and that person's creating none with you. If you're not having forgiveness in your heart and holding your values true to you and really doing what you are meant to do on this earth, you're creating your own karma, right? If you're going to a 9-to-5 and you're miserable there and you're just doing it for the almighty dollar, and then your sibling, cousin, friend who is an entrepreneur who may be not doing quite as well as you but is still doing pretty well, if you're like, oh, when are they going to get a job? Well, they're living their passion and you're not. It is what it is. Valiant courage, take action with passion. This kind of reminds me of a Knight of Wands card. I feel like some of you did this recently. Maybe you let someone in. Maybe you went out on a date. Maybe you... I was going to say something that probably isn't right, so I'm not going to say it. It's funny, though. I don't recommend it, but maybe you got under someone to get over someone. Whatever it is, you had courage to do so. And you made a step in a new direction because you knew you weren't being treated right. You knew that you wanted more for yourself, for your children, for your dogs, whatever, right? So, and there's a fly, and flies are symbolism. They are symbolism of abundance, believe it or not, but they're also symbolism of people meddling where they don't belong. So even if you're watching this video, do this. Try to not encourage hatred. If you're a hater, if you dislike someone, get off their social media, right? Find other people to follow. Having a Vishakta Nishakta and a Scorpio moon, a Scorpio rising, Libra rising in Vedic, being a Pisces, legit the high priestess, Pisces exalted in Venus. My placements it harbors a lot of jealousy from others. And I can't tell you how many times people who literally hate the ground I walk on have used my exact words, written my exact, loathe me, can't stand me. If you're a hater, step away from the person that you're hating on, because I guarantee you, hate usually only goes one way. I can't think of a single person in my life that I dislike. I can think of people who are annoying and who have caused me a lot of problems, but they don't phase my life anymore. Their karma is clear. Stop hating on others. Take action with passion, valiant courage. Step away from codependency into relationships of freedom and love. Authenticity is often a misused word by people who are not authentic. Real authenticity comes from here, not from here, not from here. from here. What is authentically in your heart? What is authentically in your heart? Speak that. Do that. Go that way. I love you guys. I'm going to link my intuitive life coaching below. Very powerful and well worth the money. I only take on one new client per month. I'm booked this month. I've got an opening next month. It will probably be gone tomorrow. If you want to truly change your life, if you want to truly invest in yourself and only have to do it once, if you want to truly find your destined path in career, in health, in wealth, within the family dynamic, hit me up. I love you guys. Be well. And thank you for subscribing.